finished up and we're on our way home, thank God, because I'm fucking starving. And that's the one thing about bulking. It does kind of suck when you try and get all of your food in, and maybe you have like a morning where you're away and you don't expect to be as long as you were, and then you end up just being really short on your calories. That's probably one of the biggest difficulties that I face in bulking. Other than that, I don't really have many complaints. I'd say that's probably the most common struggle when it comes to bulking. So yeah, didn't expect to be that long, but whatever, it is what it is, and I'll make do. And on that topic, I do want to do a little bit of an update on the bulk, because I haven't really done one in a while, it seems like. And I did, truthfully, you guys know, I got a little bit away from really focusing on the bulk. Like, I was still eating the same amount of calories, but I was doing a lot more activity with my athletic-based training and with my cardio and everything else. So I just wasn't really as focused on it. Again, even though I was sustaining my weight, I wasn't like increasing my weight. So I think I stalled out around 128 pounds, and then I ended up dropping maybe like half a pound and stalling out there. But now that I'm back to full hypertrophy training, that's what I'm focused on. I do have a little bit of cardio and mobility and plyometrics, knee rehab, all that kind of stuff in still, but it's very, very focused on hypertrophy. And so just coming back to that, I should be able to increase my calories soon if I want to. If I don't see any further growth from this amount of calories, I probably will increase. But I don't like to be in a massive surplus. I think my maintenance is maybe 1,900 calories right now, maybe closer to 2,000, and like I'm only in a 200 calorie surplus, maybe a little bit more. So like it doesn't have to be huge. Now with that, again, if you do stall out like I have, and if I continue to stall out at my weight with doing what I'm doing now, like I will increase the calories. But again, it doesn't have to be this big surplus. And in fact, I actually advise against it because if you go too high and you put on too much body fat, it has no added benefit to building muscle whatsoever. Carrying around extra fat does not mean that you are building more muscle. So yeah, that's my little rant on that today. If you are going into a build, you're going into a bulk, whatever you want to call it, you don't have to be like 500 plus calories to your daily intake. This is the first week where I've done a full week back into it. So this was my last workout of the week, aside from the mobility and the cardio that I do have tomorrow. But yeah, it just felt refreshing to get back to it, something that I love. I didn't dread getting to the gym. And like at first with the athletic training, I think when you start anything new or exciting, you have that excitement to get into the gym. But like for me, it died off really quickly. Whereas when I'm training hypertrophy, like I'm excited every time. You know, there's days where I'm off, sure, there's days where maybe I don't want to go, and like that's pretty normal, but for the most part, I'm excited. You know, I always want to train. But I think it was just the reason I liked the athletic training was just the newness of it, you know, feeling a little bit more bouncy and athletic like I used to when I played soccer. And I haven't felt that in a very long time. You know, I graduated college and I stopped playing soccer ever since. Even though I played since I was like 4 or 5 years old, you know, I still completely stopped. And that was hard. It was definitely hard transitioning from like an athlete mentality, athlete physique to lifting and, you know, trying to build muscle and focusing all on that. It's a very, very, very different game, both with getting results in that and also just mentally. Like you feel different, you know, maybe you're not quite as athletic. It's just all around, it's just a different experience. So yeah, that's kind of been a little bit difficult, and that's honestly one of the drivers as to why I was even going into athletic training in the first place, because I missed a little bit of that. And so now I've kind of come to terms with the fact that I think I'm just gonna have to integrate some of that, a little bit of that in my day-to-day life without it having to be like an all-in, you know, certain style, certain way of training. You know, I can have fun and go and have hobbies that are maybe doing different sports and you know, having a little bit of athletic training in my program, but not to the extent that I did. So that's kind of where I'm at with everything. Again, calories are at 2150 still. Weight is at 127.5 this morning. I weighed in, I think 0.5, 127 something. And we're back into hypertrophy. 5 days of training per week, 4-day lifts, and then 1 day cardio and mobility. And we're gonna run that for the next few months and see where it takes us. If I need to end up doing a mini cut or anything like that, we probably will, just to kind of get back to a physique that I wanna sustain and feel good and just maintain there. So I'll keep you guys updated, but for now, that's it. Probably gonna go home, eat a meal. Well, I know I'm gonna go home and eat a meal, do some work, get some content done, get some content finished for the weekend as well so that I can relax. And we'll see you guys in whatever the next clip is.